Hello, students. Let us begin the play Every Man in His Humor today. This is one of the plays prescribed for you along with Dr. Faustus and The Tempest. This is a comedy. It is written by Ben Jonson or Benjamin Johnson. He was born in the year 1572 and he died in the year 1637. Ben Jonson is generally regarded as the second most important dramatist after William Shakespeare. He lived during the reign of James I. His major plays are Every Man in His Humor, Volpone, The Silent Woman or Epicyon, The Alchemist, and Bartholomew Fair. Every Man in His Humor, as I mentioned, is a comedy. It is a 5-act play. It was performed in London by Lord Chamberlain's men in the year 1598. The characters in Every Man in His Humor are based on the 4 humors or bodily fluids that were thought to influence the personality or the temperament of a person. It is also known as comedy of humors. This Every Man in His Humor is also known as comedy of humors. The term humus is derived from Latin humor, which means liquid. So according to the theory that was popular in Renaissance period, the human body is comprised of liquids, 4 liquids such as blood, phlegm, yellow bile and black bile. So, a human body is supposed to have all these 4 types of liquids, and when there is a perfect balance of these 4 liquids, a person is supposed to have a healthy mind and a healthy body. And if one of these is more compared to the others, then he will have a different kind of personality or a defective personality. For example, if blood is more in a person, then he'll be very cheerful, more cheerful than required. And if the black bile is more, he will always be a sad or melancholic person. So in order to be a happy, healthy individual, he should have the balance of all these 4 kinds of liquids. Which are the liquids? Blood, phlegm, black bile and yellow bile. Let us look at the characterization of Every Man in His Humors. Ben Jonson's characters usually represent one humor and thus are unbalanced. So, the characters are represented by Ben Jonson, or the characters which he sketches in this play, are unbalanced characters. They have some defect in them, or they are just caricatures. In his writings, Ben Jonson distinguished 2 types of humor. They are true humor and adopted humor. So what is the meaning of true humor? In that humor, the person has one peculiar quality which is natural to him, whereas adopted humor or mannerism is something in which a man pretends to be somebody else. Adopted humor or mannerism is such behavior that a man wants to appear as somebody else by following the different style of dressing, speech and social habits. So Ben Jonson talks about these two kind of personalities or behavior in his writings. Now coming back to the novel that is, the drama that is prescribed for us, every man in his humor. Let us look at the characters. If I make a list of some important characters, they are old novel, brainworm, downright, Kitely, Bobadil, Justice Clement, Edward Novel, Dame Cately, Bridget, etc. These are some of the important characters that you come across in this drama. Now let us look at the characters one by one. Old novel is one of the important characters in the drama. Old novel is an old man, as the name suggests, because there are two characters here. They are father and son. Old novel is the father of young novel. That is why we call him old novel. Old novel is an old man. He is father of Edward novel or young novel, and this father or old man is always concerned about his son, because the son or Edward novel spends too much of time in his studies reading poetry, which according to the old man is useless, and he also is worried about the company this young man keeps. He is afraid that his son will be in bad company, and under their influence he will do something bad. So young novel's father, old novel, is worried about the future of his son, but old novel doesn't want to interfere in whatever young novel does. He wants to give independence to his son, and also he will accept the son as he is. Whatever character he has, the father is ready to accept him. The second character that you come across in the drama is Brainworm. Now, Brainworm is the servant of old novel and young novel. He is a very clever trickster. He plays tricks on people. He is also a rogue, means he will take advantage of people if it is possible, and he is very much loyal or faithful to young novel. Whatever happens between him and old novel, immediately he will inform the son. He will whatever secret the father has, that is whatever his plans are revealed to the young novel. In the next point in the slide, you can see he alerts Edward about his father's attempt to interfere in his social life. Now, whenever the father wants to watch over or spy over young novel, immediately this servant Brainworm informs the son, young novel or Edward, that your father is watching over you, your father is spying over you, or he is following you. So such kind of information is immediately passed on to the son by Brainworm. And in the drama we see that Brainworm disguises himself. He changes his clothes and appearance several times in the drama, and during those occasions he comes across several people, and he in his interaction with them he will know what are their shortcomings. So everywhere, whenever he puts on a new disguise or a new dress, he is able to make money out of such change of appearance. Next character is downright. Now here you will come across many characters. It may be difficult for you to remember them, so I advise that you take note of each and every character. Downright is the older brother of another character by name Well-bred. Downright is also the brother of Dame Kately. He is a very gentle man and he dislikes gossip or insincerity, hypocrisy and immoral conduct. He is a very good mannered person, but he can also be very rude and very angry whenever he doesn't like the behavior of others. He is also impulsive or impetuous. So what do we mean by that? He is very quick in responding. Sometimes he reacts even without properly thinking. So he is an impulsive man. So sometimes without thinking he will react and he will repent later. And he doesn't like poetry or any kind of pretense. Next character that we come across is Kately. Kately is a cloth merchant. He is the husband of Dame Kately. His wife's name is Dame Kately. He is the brother-in-law of Downright and Well-bred and also Bridget. So we come to know that Kately is the husband, Dame Kately is wife, and Bridget is Kately's sister. So he has two brother-in-laws. They are Downright and Well-bred. You have already seen who Downright is. And Kately is jealous of his young attractive wife, and he usually mistakes his wife and sister. He thinks that his wife Dame Kately and sister Bridget are having affair with other young men who visit their house often. He also suspects his servant. Actually he is a very trustworthy person, Cobb. Kately suspects Cobb also. The next character that you come across in the drama is Bobadil. Now Bobadil is a fake person. He pretends to be a very good character, but actually he is not. Now the word we use for him is braggart. Now what does that mean? He boasts about achievements and possessions. He talks about himself, how great a warrior he is and what all medals and prizes he has got whenever he went for a war. Such kind of boasting he does. Actually he hasn't got anything, but he keeps talking about him as if he has done great things in his life. And he also is a hot head, means he easily becomes angry and violent. He tells everybody around him that he was a former captain in the army. We don't know whether he is really one. And he doesn't have anything in particular to do, so spends most of the time in bars or with other people, because he doesn't have anything in particular to do. And he is not very rich, or he doesn't have money, therefore he keeps borrowing money from people and smokes a lot of tobacco, and without any reason, unnecessarily he keeps fighting with others. Next character is Cobb. Cobb is town's water bearer. Now, in those days, water had to be supplied to the houses of rich people. Now, whatever pipes we have today, water supply we have today, that system was not there. So, people like Cobb would carry water in pots or cans to rich people's houses. So Cobb is such kind of a person. He is husband of a young woman by name Tib. He doesn't like people who smoke tobacco. That is why he hates Bobadil, who smokes a lot. And he suspects that his wife Tib and Bobadil are having an affair. So he complains to Justice Clement to get Bobadil arrested. Next character, Justice Clement. As his name suggests, he is just judge, and he is known for his wisdom, shrewdness, sense of humor, and lack of pride. And he gives correct and proper judgment whenever cases come to him. He is responsible for keeping order in the town, and he offers advice to people who are suspicious of each other. For example, Tib and Cobb, husband and wife, they in their case, Cobb is suspicious of Tib. They quarrel with each other and go to Justice Clement with a complaint, and Justice Clement is able to solve their problem. In the same way, Kitely and Dame Kitely, husband and wife again, Kitely suspects Dame Kitely, so being unfaithful. Once again, Justice Clement is able to solve their problem also. Next character, Edward Novell. We already know who he is. He is the son of old Novell. He is well educated and has a liking for poetry. He keeps reading poems all the time. His father, as you know, is worried about the company. Company here means friends he has. But though most of his friends are not very good people, he is a good person. He proves that he has a virtuous character. In the end of the drama, he marries Bridget. Another character is Wellbred. Wellbred is the brother of Dame Kately and Downright. He is brother-in-law of Kitely. He is friend of Edward, a very good friend of Edward. And Wellbred is young and witty. He loves fun, and always he is a very happy individual. He wants Edward to marry Bridget, and he is the one who helps him in getting married to Bridget. Next character, Master Stephen. Master Stephen is Edward's cousin. He is old Novell's nephew. He is sometimes referred to as Gull, which means a fool or a very foolish person. Master Stephen is both jealous and he admires Edward. He is jealous of Edward because he knows that Edward is going to inherit all the property of old Novell. Because he is son, he is going to inherit all the property naturally. And Master Stephen is jealous of this. this. But he also admires Edward because he is well read and has a good character and always, is very friendly to him. So, this is a character of Master Stephen. We have another character, Master Matthew, and he is described as a town girl, whereas Stephen is described as a village girl. Okay, so Master Matthew is a town girl and he writes poetry, but this is most of the time stolen from other good poets. So he is a poetester, that means he writes inferior poetry which is not of good quality, and he admires Captain Bobadil, who himself is a fake character, and he loves Bridget, who is the sister of Kately, and his favorite pastime is to read his poetry to other people, and all of those audience know that he has stolen it from somebody else, so they make fun of him. And so this has been the a small introduction to the play. In the next class, we will read about or learn about the summary of the play.